Hey YouTube, Devin here with Comics and Stuff. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Sorry that I missed you guys all last week. Some stuff happened. I know. Isn't he cute? Yeah, so Denise and I, went in for a routine checkup, and we were going to go to a Mariners game and all this stuff, and all of a sudden the doctor was like, no, you're going to give birth. And then subsequently she gave birth. So we were in the hospital for a week, which is probably why I've been so quiet on social media, so I apologize. But I do have this cute little thing. His name is Easton Hayes. It's very cute, so thank you for bearing with me. Thanks to you who followed me on Instagram and Facebook and liked the pictures and commented and all the congratulations. I do appreciate it. But anyways, that's not why we're here. We're here for Superman. Well, I'm here for him, but I'm also here to talk to you guys about Superman. So today's video are key issues for Superman in the Golden and Silver Age of comic books. Now, this list is by no means complete. There are definitely probably books that I missed, but the reason I put this together, there was a blog I followed online. It was called Total Comic Mayhem, and the guy had done the blog for a number of years, and for some reason he just, I guess it was too much for him to, I guess the upkeep was too much, so he just closed down the blog. And the blog basically was a database / archive of every single major superhero, major comic book storyline, and every single key issue that went into each superhero and storyline. So now that that is down, it's lost. I can't find anything else, so I figured that why not just do one for this channel. So this is the first video in that, I guess, in that new playlist. The new playlist is Key Issues. It's going to be all about key issues for all your favorite superheroes, comic book storylines, anthology books, etc. And I figured we'd open with a bang with Superman. So I'll be going over the issue, why it's important, and how much a mid-grade copy of it would be worth. So that's 3 to, or like a 4.0 to 5.0. For me, that's what mid-grade is. So you can see kind of like how expensive the book can get or how cheap the book can get. So, without further ado, and hopefully before he wakes up and starts screaming bloody murder, we can finish this video. So let's get started. The first book in my Superman Gold and Silver Key Issues collection list is obviously Action Comics #1. It's the very first appearance of Superman and Lois Lane. Came out in 1938. It was the dawn of the Golden Age, the very first superhero, obviously one of the most coveted books in the world. A mid-grade copy of it will be going for around $370,000. Next on my list is Action Comics #6, which is the first appearance of Jimmy Olsen, Superman's best pal, also in 1938, and that one in mid-grade is about $7,000. You see that dramatic price difference. Action Comics #7 came out in 1938 as well. That is the second Superman cover, and you're looking at about $70,000 for a mid-grade copy. Superman #1, 1939. That's where the origin is retold. He gets his own magazine. It's about $160,000. Now, Action Comics #8, 1939, is the first use of his super hearing, $5,000. Action Comics 10, 1939 as well. That's the third Superman cover, and you're looking at about 44 grand. Action Comics 18, 1939, it's the first use of X-ray vision, and that is about $1,300, so a little cheaper there for you. And then you get to Action Comics. Sorry, this is a really long list. It's about 40 books, just to let you guys know. Anyways, Action Comics 19 from 1939. That's Superman becoming the headliner in Action Comics, so he becomes the, I guess, the main attraction for that series. That's $3,100 mid-grade. And then you get to Action Comics 23, also 1939. That's the first appearance of Lex Luthor and mention of the Daily Planet, and that's coming in at around $7,000. Action 29 from 1940. It's the first Lois Lane cover, $1,000. Action 47, 1942, that's the first Lex Luthor cover. It's about $850. Superman #14, it's a classic World War II cover, about $1,950-ish. And then Action Comics 64, 1943, that's the first Toyman, coming in at about $380 to $400. Superman 23, 24, and 26, those are all classic World War II covers, and then respectively $400, $600, and $650 for each. Okay. Superman #30, 1944, first appearance of Mr. Mxyzptlk, one of his, I don't know, more well-known villains, and it's also arguably the first time that Superman flies, and that book is coming in at around $600. More Fun Comics #101, it's the first appearance of Superboy. That is about $1675. Action Comics 89. It's a classic Rainbow Superman cover. I thought that was a really cool one that I had never even seen before. That one looks like does not have a price. It'll appear down here. Sorry, guys. Adventure Comics 103, the first Superboy cover, about $625. Action Comics 108, another classic cover, $220, $225. Action Comics 123, that's the other one that's arguably the first time Superman flies. So people argue over which, but hey man, I'm just here to report on it. It's about $200 for that book. And then you want to get to Superman 61, 1949. That's the first appearance of Kryptonite, about $375 to $400. Superboy number 5. That's the first Supergirl tryout for about $280 to $300. Got to scroll down here on my list. I have an extensive list. This is not by memory. It'd be impressive if it was, but it's not. We got Superman 76, 1952. That's the first time Superman and Batman learn each other's identity, and that's also their first team up. You can get that $680 to about $700. Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen number 1. It's the first issue in 1954, about $1,000. Action Comics 201, 1955. That's the last pre-Comics Code Authority issue, about $150. You have Action Comics 221, 1956, which is considered the first Silver Age Superman issue, which is about $100. So not crazy expensive, but some people might consider it important. Action 242, we all know that one. First Brainiac, again mid-grade, about $1,000. And then Superman 123, which is another Supergirl tryout, that's about $300. You get to Adventure Comics 247 in 1958. That's the first Legion of Superhero, one of my personal holy grails that I'm still haven't gotten my hands on, but I will. It's about $1,500. You can get Superman's Girlfriend Lois Lane number 1, which is the first issue, for about $600. And then you have Action Comics 248, the first appearance of Con Gorilla. But if you guys tuned into my most recent video about DC Western character, or not Western, I'm sorry, action characters, you guys will hear about Congo Bill, who was, I guess, the Con Gorilla's previous life. So check that video out. I'll put a card up here. Let's see. Next, Action Comics 252. So that's the first appearance of the actual Supergirl that we all know and love. That's going for about $1,100. And then you also have Action Comics 254, which is the first meeting of Superman and Bizarro, about $120. And then you have Brave and the Bold 28, of course. That's the first Justice League of America, about $2,800. Action Comics 261, which is the first appearance of Streaky the Supercat and X-Kryptonite, about $80 to $100 on that guy. Almost done, you guys, I swear. Action Comics 262, this is the first time the Superman's powers are linked to the yellow sun. So, could be collectible, $60 to about $75. Are you cold? He's shivering. Oh, no, never mind. I think he's pooping. Anyways, Superman 146 in 1961. That is a classic cover, about $100. And then you have Adventure Comics 283 from 1961, and that is the first appearance of the Phantom Zone, and a great cover at that, $150 or so. Action Comics 293 in 1962, the first appearance of the Legion of Super Pets and Bizarro Luther, about $100. And then Superman Pals Jimmy Olsen, number 134, which is the first appearance of Darkseid. Now that one is, I mean, you could pick it up for like $100, but that's like previously. Ever since the Justice League movie came out, I mean, that book has definitely gone up in value. The value is still fluctuating even for like lower grade books, so that one I'd keep your eye on, and I would suggest investing in if you can get it for the right price. But that is my entirety list for the Golden and Silver Age key issues of Superman. I definitely know for a fact that I probably missed some. If I did, you're more than welcome to leave them in the comments below for others to read. This is a video to educate people. If I did anything wrong, if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, please leave it in the comments below, as well as leave a like, share, tell your friends about it. And that's really it. So I need to go change this little fella. I'm pretty sure he pooped in my arm while I've been doing this video, so that's fantastic. And make sure you guys just tune in next week. And thanks for your patronage, and I'll see you next time. Bye.